Hey guys, not sure if it's totally working, but I have gone live. Yes, it has worked. Finn's on the way. How's everyone doing today? Hey guys, I'm glad that Hey, what's up guys? Welcome. Sorry for being a little bit late. There was crazy traffic on the freeway. Just another day living in LA, right? But yeah, I hope you guys can hear me all right. Please let me know if you can hear me. I'm trying out a new microphone today, new audio setup. Just let me know. Okay, we can hear you. That is great. Yeah. So, hey Denise, hey Anna, how's it going? Hey Charlotte. Hey everybody. So yeah, there was horrible traffic on the freeway today. There was an accident or something. I'm not sure what was going on, but it took way longer than it was supposed to. But today is a pretty exciting day. So the acoustic album is set to come out in November. I've been recording the visuals for it, and actually, today I'm recording a full length music video for the first single of the album. It's called Into the Woods, and it represents, to me specifically, this song represents the death of innocence and what my journey has been with that. But yesterday, enough talking about what's coming, we should also talk about what just came. So, yesterday, uh, Dark City was released on all platforms. The music video, the song. Honestly, I was a little bit nervous to release Dark City. I'm super proud of the song. I'm super proud of the video, but it is very dark. It is very morose. And I remember I was thinking, wow, like, are people going to be, okay with this? Is this going to freak people out because it's so dark? I play a serial killer in the video, but much to my surprise, it seems that it is uh, people seem to like the song. People seem to be okay with it. I think they understand the artistic um, vision behind it. It's not just totally for shock value and things of that nature. But yeah, Dark City was a song that I originally had completely produced by myself. Then eventually I brought Daniel in to help me. You guys all know Daniel, the guitar player. So it's a very, DIY independent project. I will say, since the video is so dark, I do think that the YouTube algorithm is suppressing it a little bit for sure. They're censoring it, which I understand why, right? Like, I murder someone in the video. But I mean, that's one thing about being an independent artist, is all these companies, YouTube, Spotify, etc. I probably shouldn't be, trash talking YouTube on a YouTube live stream, but they just do whatever they can to mess with you, whatever they possibly can to stifle, whatever they possibly can to stifle your growth. But thank you for checking it out. Really appreciate it. And hey, Huff Huff podcast, how's it going? How are you doing today? All right. Traffic sucks but listen to Love Ghost. Yeah. Yeah, I'll say. Last night I was out till 2 a.m. I feel like I was surrounded by two different types of. Actually, no, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna trash talk people. But yeah. So Dark City just came out. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Hope you guys have liked it. And yeah, I'm doing good, and you? We're doing good. We're doing all right. So that means we need to share, folks. Yeah, definitely. I definitely echo what Anna said. If you guys can, please put up a post today about Dark City wherever you can. It takes 15 seconds. If it's just in your Instagram story, if it's on your Facebook, on YouTube, whatever you want to do. But I think that this is a grassroots movement. This is an independent project, and you know through your guys' love and support is what keeps it afloat, or else no one just knows what's going on. So yeah, please share share the song, share the video with your friends, or else no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, BC did film her reaction for you. I'm pretty sure it should be posted and available to view soon. That's awesome. Really excited to see Vocal Citizens' reaction to it. That's going to be so great. But yeah, I think that originally, actually, when I started writing music, a lot of it was, I'd say, on this level of dark. But things have evolved and grown, and it's definitely genre bending for sure now. But it almost kind of feels like taking a step to my roots in a way with the song "Dark City." I mean, obviously, it has that urban backdrop, but it's really kind of just about a battle within oneself, a battle within oneself, and I felt like I portrayed it in a cool way, in an interesting way. So go check it out if you can. I mean, maybe some of you guys know this, I'm not sure, but I've been making music since I was a kid, right? Since I was 12, 13, 14 years old, releasing it on SoundCloud, on YouTube. And actually, I used to sell CDs out of a pillowcase at my high school. It was, that's just part of the grind. That's part of what you had to do. Johnny Foxtrot is super cool. Yeah, he's awesome. He's awesome. And shout out Johnny Foxtrot for always showing love to the ghost. Get it? Love to the ghost. But yeah, I mean, one thing that was kind of crazy is that when I was in high school, I actually had a residency at this club called the Canyon Club. And I was in the Canyon Club, we would be opening up for all these kind of like older bands that were very successful, maybe in like the 80s, 90s, 70s, even things of that nature. And maybe they were a little bit, I mean, I don't want to be rude, but maybe like past their prime, but they would still be playing shows. So this was bands like The Tubes, Berlin, stuff like that. And it was kind of crazy being like 14 years old and opening up for them with my band. I remember like get, doing classes and then immediately catching a bus over to the Canyon Club. And the Canyon Club was in Agora Hills. And just so you know, like the geography of LA, like I mean, I didn't even know what Agora Hills was until I was booked to play at the Canyon Club. That's a kind of like out in the boonies it is. I mean, there's certain parts of LA that are just like LA is so spread out from each other that I just like never step foot. I mean, honestly, like West LA in general is just it's another universe as far as I'm concerned. Like you might as well be going to Greenland or something like that. You guys know the history of why Greenland and Iceland is are named what they're named. So basically, when the Vikings discovered Greenland and Iceland, they wanted to trick all the other empires, England and France, all the other empires. So even though Iceland is super beautiful and green and lush, they called it Iceland and they called Greenland, even though Greenland is just ice, it's just Arctic, to trick out all the other empires so that, they would go looking for resources in Greenland and they would get there and it was just an Arctic wasteland and they would waste their resources on the voyage. And I thought that was pretty interesting. I always thought that was like a fun, you know, history fact in general. Oh yeah, you did great at Canyons. Thank you, Chihuahua Gang. Yeah, been with Love Ghost for a while now. Been with Love Ghost for a minute. Yeah, so I used to play at those shows, and that was kind of like that was a part of my journey. That was a part of the Love Ghost world. But yeah, I mean, really, kind of my process for writing a song. People always ask that, like, what's your process for writing a song? And I don't think there is necessarily a right way. But the way that I've always done it, hello, I thought I said vampires at first, not yeah, they wanted to trick out all the other vampires. No, they want to trick out the empires. But hey, vampire empire, right? You could say that every empire is a vampire in a way, a vampire upon the human race, just sucking blood slowly but surely. So the process of me when I write songs is I always write the music first. I write the guitar parts, the piano parts, etc., and then I make a solo over the chords, which functions as a melody. And once I find a melody that I'm really comfortable with, then I add the poetry into it. Then I add the lyrics into it. So yeah, that's kind of my specific process of writing songs. I think that I like to rely a lot on my subconscious. I think I actually talked about this on another live stream, but there's a lot of artists that I admire, like Salvador Dali is one of them, where he would never actually begin painting unless he was about to fall asleep. So he would purposefully give himself insomnia. You see, I don't have to purposefully give myself insomnia because I just have insomnia. I just like, even if I do went to sleep, it's really hard to get me to sleep. But he would give himself insomnia, and that moment in his brain where you skip REM sleep, uh, you're so connected into your subconscious, and your subconscious is so full of interesting creative ideas that that was just one way that he, I feel like, tapped into something that was really cool. And I try, or at least I attempt, to tap into that for me as well. I try to tap into that creativity as well. Greetings from Argentina. Are you coming here someday? That would be super cool. I would love to come to Argentina one day. It really just comes down to if I have the opportunity to come. But yeah, why not? It sounds cool. Sounds super duper cool. Yeah. Last night I went to two places. I went to a speakeasy in Koreatown. Before that I went to an old friend's birthday party. She's actually in the music video Dirty Pics. If you haven't seen that, it's a collaboration with Bally Baby. She's a rapper from Atlanta. I remember meeting Bally Baby actually at a party up in the hills in Los Angeles. This was like 2022. So I mean that's one thing is I'm not a very social person at all, but you'd be surprised sometimes when you just like put yourself out there how easy things just kind of come together and just sort of click. And I just remember we made the song pretty shortly after that, and then a few months later, when she was back in LA, we made the video. That song is up on YouTube. I think it has 1 million views. So yeah, go check out Dirty Pics if you haven't. I think that's one thing about the world of Love Ghost is I would like to imagine that honestly it is a pretty visual world. I've shot a lot of music videos. I mean, even I remember as like a little kid, I would just always be like recording videos, like even like with my action figures and stuff. I would just make like little like fight scenes and short films, things of that nature. That's just part of the way that I express myself. Because I feel like it's deeper than just the music, right? You have to create an aesthetic, you have to create a world, and art really is unlimited. So why not create, entire world with that? Your music also has great melodies. Do your bandmates help with that? Sometimes, absolutely. Every single song is different, but particularly Daniel Alcala does. Me and him have writing sessions together, and we have written songs together where we're bouncing melody ideas off of each other, and yeah, I love your music and videos. Thank you. I discovered the band through Tim Skold. That's awesome. I mean, shout out Tim Skold. I mean, the story of how I got to meet Tim Skold and how I've gotten to work with him is so epic and so amazing. I mean, so I've always been a Tim Skold fan. Growing up, I was a really big Marilyn Manson fan. Then I found Tim Skold, particularly his song Neverland. I would listen to that all the time. And a record label that I had released a an that song actually Dirty Pics with. They invited me to a Halloween event at the Viper Room in in Hollywood. Now there's a lot of history at the Viper Room. That's where um, you know, River Phoenix died. It's a lot of rock and roll history. I think Johnny Depp owned it at a certain period of time. And I remember when I uh, got to the Viper Room, I saw Tim Skold there, and I just as a fan, I wanted to take a picture with him. You can find the picture on Instagram. I'm dressed up as Indiana Jones because it was a Halloween party. I took a picture with him, and yeah, basically, essentially, I posted the picture just strictly as a fan, and from that, Tim and Aaron found my Instagram. They heard a couple of my music, a couple of my songs like Angelic and Closure, and then it was basically just like a dream come true. Like everything kind of clicked. Yeah, absolutely. He is an epic artist, and we ended up having the opportunity to make an entire album together. And honestly, I think it was a really special album. If you've listened to Love Ghost X Gold, listen to it in its entirety. And it's something that I'm really proud of from a lyrical standpoint, from a musical standpoint. I think that it just really creates a universe that is so unique and so special. And yeah, check out Love Ghost X Gold. It really sets you on a journey. There's been a lot of famous acts to come out of the Viper Room. Yeah, yeah, definitely, which is cool. I mean, I came out of the Viper Room. No, just kidding, just kidding. But yeah, so yeah, Dark City came out yesterday. Hope you guys are listening to it. That's one thing that's really hard about being an independent artist is scheduling everything out, right? Because you have to work too. Um, you have to figure out how to break everything down, how to be able to afford everything. And I mean, one key that I would tell like anyone that's like starting out making music, trying to be an independent artist is learn how to do as many things as you can by yourself, because when you first start making music, you kind of just need like a ecosystem around you. And I think that to an extent you always need an ecosystem around you when you're an artist, when you're a music artist. But like for instance, like when I first started making music, I didn't know how to engineer, I didn't know how to produce. But if you really kind of create an ecosystem where you're set up to record yourself, like as you're watching me right now, this is where I record all my music. So like there's so many other like artists on like a record label, like I don't know, like Warner Brothers or something. The record label would have to pay $10,000-$15,000 for them to even just be in a place where they can make music. They rent out the studio, and you have to hire an engineer, and you have to do this, that, and the third. Where if you can kind of create that for yourself and in a way that actually sounds really interesting, you have such, I feel like, a leg up on other people. So that's something that I would recommend anyone that's like starting out making music to learn how to do that kind of that dark art of science of it. Because on a certain level, music is really a science. Uh, Absolutely. I mean, every single frequency has a hertz, and the hertz really do can affect your brain in very interesting ways. Like, there's a reason why certain music makes you aggressive, why certain music, um, like for instance, 808s. That feel of the 808, that sound of the 808, and how it affects different chakras in your body, different energies in your body, that kind of primal instinct that it taps into. That's something that is, if you're not aware of that as a musician, I feel like you're missing out on a lot, because really it's almost like it's a form of magic. It's energy manipulation, right? Like if I want to, I have the power to make you sad. If I want to, I have the power to make you happy. If I want to, I have the power to make you really just change your state of mind and change your perspective. That's kind of what all, and to me I'd say that's what life is about, is creating new avenues for people to discover new things about themselves and about the world around them. You're welcome. In Argentina, we're a crazy crowd. Hey, that sounds cool. Sounds like a good time. Oh, well, your studio is cool. Thanks. Yeah, it's coming together slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. All right, guys, let's dissect the lyrics to Dark City. So I'm going to pull up the video right here because the YouTube description actually has the lyrics in it. All right, going to turn that down. Let me just share the screen really quick. All right. Okay, where did it go? Okay, there we go. Yeah, so old friend Ezekiel, that could be a metaphor for a lot of different things. We'll just call him a character, whether he's a character inside my mind or whether he's a character in real life. But the beginning starts as a conversation between the two of us. So let's see what we're talking about. Listen to me. No, I'm not going to do this. I don't want to hurt people anymore. I know you're not a violent person, but you need to do something for me. We still have that deal. Please just leave me alone. You owe me. You owe me after everything I've done for you. Okay, fine. Just tell me where they are. So that kind of, sets up, I think, the premise of the song, right? Someone from my past or a voice in my head is telling me that I owe them for what they have done for me. Maybe this is, part of myself that I needed at a certain period of time to get through something. Maybe this is an old friend of mine that I owe a debt to. I think that which is up to the audience to describe. That's one thing about like breaking down my lyrics is I don't always like to fully give away the secret sauce because I feel like then people have a harder time being able to see themselves in the lyrics. So if this connects with you, then in a specific way, then I want you to have that experience. I don't want that to be taken away from you. And the next lyrics is it's that murder magazine, no, that paperwork kills. I don't want to do this anymore, but I gotta pay the bills. That to me is well, murder magazine, the way that I see murder magazine is it's a play on words. So for one, it's like reading the news. Like news is a lot of shock value, right? They're much more likely to report on a murder or a war crime, things of that nature, than a charity or someone beating cancer. So you can in a way you can call the news a murder magazine, but also a magazine is obviously a part of a gun. Know that paperwork kills. So how many bills in the government have led to someone or a group of people being massacred, killed, losing their rights in a certain way? And that's why I said, we know that paperwork kills. Also talking about like corporate America, corporations, and how that paperwork and how um like if they need to, it's just one example that I'm saying, but if they need to cut down a rainforest new uh to make new paper, then all those animals could potentially die in that rainforest. And that but in order to be okay with that, all they have to do is sign a little bit of paperwork. I don't want to do this anymore, but I gotta pay the bills. And that's just a lyric about, it's pretty self-explanatory, but I would say that's a lyric on being in a society where the only way forward, whether you know it or not, but is to, not, I don't want to say support. It's definitely not from an emotional place, but from a financial place, is to support that kind of deeper picture. So, oh man, I didn't think about the correlation to a gun. Yeah, I hope you guys are not getting bummed out by this, but yeah, this is just kind of like how my brain works. Black hoodie, South Side. Do you really want to die? Cold eyes, no fear. I think you really want to try. So that's the demon voice. That's the whether that is the friend from my past or whether that is the voice in my head. It's basically just tempting me with evil. It's tempting me to be a part of this system that is calculated and cruel and just really just shows no mercy and or has been put in a situation to not be able to empathize with other people. Don't be walking down that street. You won't last. Everybody's selling something that they can't get back. I mean, to me, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Um, Especially if if you live in an area that isn't safe, like me right now, I live on the border of Skid Row. Sometimes it's not the safest. I also wrote this song kind of right when I moved over there. Had a little bit of maybe like culture shock, you could say, more or less. But that is, and everyone's selling something that they can't get back. So they're selling, a part of their soul through different ways, whether that's through time, whether that is through actually, doing things that are illegal and or whatever it is. That's just how I see the world. Seen fentanyl dreams, eyes rolled to the back, watch a body shut down while the world don't react. That to me, I'm just talking about the opioid crisis right there. I'm talking about, like if you take a walk outside in downtown LA, you can see someone having a fentanyl dream. You see them completely, fent folded, um, nodding off. And I feel like how many more times do we have to have this where, like a musician or someone that people love die of fentanyl, of an opioid overdose, but the world just doesn't react to it. There's no policy put in forth to help these people, to save these people. And that to me is just commentary on this kind of vicious cycle of the pharmaceutical industry giving people opiates that maybe need therapy but don't necessarily need opiates, and then a few years later they are on the street doing fentanyl overdosing, dying, and people just step over them, just keep on going with their day. And then this is the demon voice again, convincing the innocent or whatever you want to call it, saying exactly that's the city, ain't a soul gonna care, you could just leave them in the gutter, they'll just step over there. It's just kind of saying, this is the way of the world, this is the way of the city, it doesn't matter if what harm you do to others, because the world at large is harming each other, and just about how much attention you choose to put to it. And then the innocent voice fights back. Make it sound so simple, but you don't feel the weight. Man, I'm turning into something that I hate. Man, you ain't become. And then the demon voice snaps back at that and retorts that and says, man, you ain't becoming nothing. You just playing your role. You either learn how to kill or you end up cold. And I feel like that's, it's a dog eat dog world out there, you know? And then here comes the chorus. Fall down twice, get back up. Blood in your eye, don't you ever give up. Dark city, don't fold. Dark city, streets cold. To me, that's pretty, self-explanatory, but it's about, really it's just about survival. That's how I see it. It's about, living in a place with, like the only way to survive is to just keep on going up, keep on going. Blood in your eye, don't you ever give up. That's a boxing line. I am a boxing fan. Dark city, don't fold. Don't have fear in your heart. That's one thing that I feel like I just like have to learn every single year, is that like every single year I just have less and less and less and less fear in my heart as I grow and learn from these experiences. Dark city, streets cold. Yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Now, this is Notion's verse right here. I will read the lyrics in this live stream. I'm not going to analyze them because I feel like he should be have the opportunity to explain what they mean to him. But this is what he said. This is his poetry. Look at them bloodshot eyes. I could still see clear what's right. Okay, okay. Talk to the blade, won't lie. Let me peer inside your mind. Okay, okay. Look at them bloodshot eyes. I can still see clear what's right. Okay, okay. Talk to the blade, won't lie. Let me peer inside your mind. Okay, okay. Oh, we're fighting the same thing. You would lie, you would steal, you would maintain, huh? In the fire with the blade, man, keep it high in the field with great pain, huh? You know I speak truthfully. Truthfully, you can deny, you can flee, you can hate me, huh? Like it wasn't really up to me. You could die, you could cheat, you could face things, huh? Want to take a break apart? Will fade away. This was the purpose I had from the start. Only decay until I realized I had to move on and step away. Thank God I realized I had to move on and step away. Till I realized I had to move on and step away. Thank God I realized I had to move on and step away. Back to the chorus for repeating 4 times. Fall down twice, get back up. Blood in your eye, don't you ever give up. Dark city, don't fold. Dark city, streets cold. So that's kind of like, it's about, the darkness inside of me, tempting the innocence inside of me to do greater things. And eventually, it just like, I'd say the narrator of the story just becomes a product of his environment. He doesn't really have a choice to begin with. It's That's the story that we're seeing in real time. Dark city, don't fold. Dark city, streets cold. Yeah, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Um, okay, hope you guys enjoyed that. And the song "Well Dark" is an honest look at our current human condition, which is dark right now. Dark City is a kind of reflection of what so many are thinking. You're just saying it out loud. Yeah, I'd hope so. I hope that people see it that way. That's definitely how I see it. All right, guys, I think it might be fun to maybe see what Thelonious is doing so you guys can say hi to him really quick. I'm calling him. Let's see if he answers. Let's see if he answers. Let's see, guys. Moment of truth here. Moment of truth. Yeah, Theo's great. He might be busy right now. It's okay. It's all good. He seems to be busy right now, but that's cool. No worries. You guys got Uncle Finn. You guys got Uncle Finn for another 15 more minutes. But I would like pick up, bro. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Sometimes, stuff is going on. All right, guys, I'd like to open it up to the chat if they have any questions for me at this time. I'm here to talk to you guys, here to answer them. So, LOL, Uncle Finn. Yeah. Yeah, that's me. That's me. 100%. So yeah, shooting a music video shortly. Right after this, I'll be going over there, so that'll be cool. That'll be great. Yeah, can't wait for that. The new video is there a release timeline? Yeah, so all the acoustic stuff is going to be starting in October. It's going to be October and November. So September, the Lost Tapes comes out. That's um, music that I made in Mexico that I wasn't necessarily going to release it, but I've been sitting on it for so long now that now I'm going to release it. So a few of those songs have already came out, like two or three, but the rest of them will be coming out in September, full length album release, and then in October starts the rollout of this acoustic album and the visuals for it as well. Always on the grind, always on the grind. So excited for the acoustic album. Thank you. I hope you guys like it as much as I do. It's some of my most personal work. It's quite emotional. What would be your ultimate venue to play? I would have it. I mean, I would love to play like the Hollywood Bowl or something like that. Like that would be so cool. That'd be so cool. Y'all hear that airplane? Y'all ever hear an airplane? You just think like, huh, where are you guys going? What's going on? Who is somebody sitting next to? Like, who do you usually get when you sit next to an airplanes? Like, I feel like I always get very nondescript people. Just kind of like it feels like a lot of like NPCs. Like it's just like people. Like I don't think I've ever had like an experience on an airplane where someone comes next to me and something really crazy happens. Maybe that's a good thing, right? Because I guess the last place you would want a super crazy guy to sit next to you is on an airplane, right? I mean, I think that's better if they're sitting next to you in like I don't know, maybe like a nightclub, maybe, but even that could be stressful too. Yeah, I guess it just depends on your perspective, right? I mean, sometimes crazy is good. I mean, actually, I just figured it out. So I just said that, I never sit next to crazy people on an airplane. It's because motherfuckers are sitting next to me and I'm the crazy one. Okay, now it's all starting to click. The neurons are starting to come together, ladies and gentlemen. So that's the thing. Is I was like, wow, what's going on here? Everyone around me is so normal and nice. Where are all the crazy people? Oh, that's right. I'm the crazy person. I am the one that is crazy. Sometimes you just kind of got to realize that. Okay. You ever go into a room and you're like, huh, everyone is so nice. Like, where's the weak link on the team? You're like, oh wait, that's right. I'm the weak link. I mean, for Christ's sake, I didn't even come to uh I didn't even come to the goddamn live stream on time. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Okay, don't ask me for anything. Don't even ask me what time it is because clearly I have no clue. Right? I mean, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. And the upcoming tours, yeah. So we got 4 or 5 shows in Mexico next month in September. So check that out. And then we have a show in LA, October 10th, Bar Sinister. We'd love to see you there. I think it's going to be sold out. It's probably going to be sold out. So that'll be cool. Ra, ra, ra. Most people don't even know how to roll their R's. Isn't that kind of crazy? Like, I've always been able to do it. Always been able to do it. Actually, that's not true. One day I just sat down in my room and I figured out how to do it. So basically, in case you don't know how to roll your R's, I'm going to teach you really quick. So make the noise hudda. Say hudda, like the name hudda. Hudda. Now say it twice. Hudda hudda. Now say it 3 times. Hudda hudda hudda. Now say it twice as fast. Hudda hudda hudda. Okay. Now say it 4 times as fast. Hudda hudda hudda. So basically, you're making that noise hudda, and you keep on saying it faster and faster and faster until eventually it becomes hudda 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 hudda. There you go, guys. I'm teaching you ball knowledge. Okay, this is game right here. This is valuable information. You never know when you're gonna have to roll your R's in public. I just gave you the cheat code. See, that's the thing of hanging out with the ghost is he gives you the cheat code of how to do random stuff with your body. Cool. Well, gotta get going to my video in about 6 more minutes, but in the meantime, we're gonna keep on hanging out, guys. We're gonna see what's going on. So, last night I was dancing. Well, I wasn't dancing. I was at a place where people dance and I was watching them. Okay, I'm not. I don't have enough martinis. I don't have enough margaritas to start dancing myself. But other people were dancing. And this guy, I see this guy. He's sort of dressed kind of cool. He's wearing all black. He's kind of like he looks cool. And I thought he was security at first. Maybe he was security. I don't know. But he goes up to my friend, and he goes, "Oh my god, it's so good to see you. I haven't seen you in so long." She gets a little bit confused. "Hey, well, excuse me?" "Yeah, you oh my god, you look like someone that I know." "Huh. Yeah." And just tries to keep on rolling it out for as long as it goes until eventually he just realizes she's confused and he goes, "Oh, sorry, I must have thought you were someone else." 30 seconds later, he does it to the girl next to her. He goes, "Oh my god, hey, it's so good to see you again." And she just looks confused. He goes, "Yeah, it's been great. So like, how's it living in LA and blah 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 blah." Oh, and then eventually he realizes that like it's not going. He's like, you look like someone that I know. You look like someone I know. Then he does it to a third girl and a fourth girl, and I realized this guy is just trying to do this with every single girl that he thinks is pretty. It's a numbers game for him. He just goes from one to the next until eventually someone's either just going to say, "Hey, I do know who you are," or they're going to say, "Oh, well, I look like someone that you know. Who is that person?" Right? It's kind of a funny way to flirt with people at a club, right? Or in public. Just go up to them and start the conversation with, "Hey, OMG, it's been a while. Like, it's so good to see you again." They get confused. You see they're confused. "Oh, well, you look like someone that I know, and they're awesome." "Oh, who is it?" "Oh, my phone's not working right now. I can't show you the service. I don't have any service. I can't show you what they look like." Eventually it'll work, right? Eventually it'll work. Super chat, 5GB looking so much better this week, Finn. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Yeah, last week, I'm a pretty emotional person. Some stuff behind the scenes was going on. Wasn't the best. But, um, now I'm above the surface again for now, right? It's always the threat of it coming back, but yeah, so I'm glad that I look better, that I look, not as down in the dumps. So appreciate the super chat. Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you very much. Anna, super chat, $10 USD. Dark City was amazing. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate you for the super chat. It is amazing of you, and I'm glad that you liked it. I mean, honestly, yeah, like I wasn't sure how Dark City was gonna go. If people were gonna think it was too dark, but honestly, I don't think they do. So, thank you. Yeah, Dark City was amazing. Thank you. I'm glad you're liking this independent music, this self-produced music, these independent music videos, and this kind of universe that I'm creating. More is on the way. If you are curious, more is on the way. Make sure to share Dark City. Need all the help that we can get behind the scenes. It has been censored and suppressed, but it's okay because other songs in the past have also been censored and suppressed and still done well. But it's going to need a little bit of an extra push. It's going to need some extra help from you guys. So if you can, please share it with all your friends. Would love to see you do that. Cool. All right, guys. I should probably get going. I got a music video to film. I got stuff to do. But thank you for tuning in. I'll probably be on here for about another minute or two. Really appreciate you guys. Sending the Phantoms much love. And make sure to go to the video to leave comments and reply to others. Yep, please leave some comments on the video. Maybe post it up on your socials. Do whatever you can. Let's get the word out. All right, guys. Thank you very much. This has been a fun stream. I'll be back next week. I'm here every week. In, out, and out. Welcome to Late Night with Love Ghost. Absolutely. This was a great show. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great day. Hope you guys are doing good, staying safe, staying cool out there as we end the summer in a little bit. I guess I say that like September ain't the hottest month of the year sometimes. I mean, September is crazy with the heat. I can't do the heat. But anyways, guys, have a good one. Take care. See you next week. Comment on Dark City if you haven't.